Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You know what time it is. Time for Papa's comic books and coffee. Okay, let's see who flew in today. Will you look at that? It is Batman's Detective Comics number 462, 30 cents from back in 1976. Title of this story, Kill Batman in Triplicate. This is by Bob Rozakis and Ernie Chua. Now don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, papas-comic-books. And if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Tell me what you thought about it, okay? Let's get into this book now. What's this? Captain Stingray, the Batman's latest foe, about to behead not on the three cab crusaders? If you think this is surprising, wait till you see what happens when the pirate of Gotham City tries. Oops, something happened here. There you go. To kill Batman in Triplicate. This is it, Batman. Tonight you die, all three of you. Really? In Gotham City, the first signs of spring are appearing. But here, far north of the city, winter still has a tight hold. Too tight to hold to please this secreted observer. Robin, the Teen Titan. And I gave up a nice warm evening with Laurie for this? Still, the tip I got said this was the headquarters for the drug dealers operating in the Hudson University. So I've got to check it out, even if it's a trap. What? Accident or planned trap? Robin has no time to wonder if he goes down under an avalanche of snow. Early next morning, Bruce Wayne is awakened by the red phone, sir. Thanks, Alfred. Yes, Commissioner, what can possibly require the Batman at this ungodly hour of the morning? Sorry, Batman, I realize you work nights, but you better get on down here. Right outside police headquarters, somebody's just dumped Robin, frozen in a block of ice. But Commissioner Gordon is not the only one who's seen the ice delivery. Don't know what kind of gimmick this thing is, but if that's really Robin inside that popsicle, we'll make a bundle off of Bats by holding him for ransom. Come on across. This prize is on our way back to the hideout. Makes up for the bad night we had. Come. Let's get moving before somebody spots us. Too late, pal. You've already been spotted. The Batman? I don't make deals. Hey, can't we talk about this over some business proposition for you? I don't make deals. I'm going to hook you right off of that line, Batman. Gotcha. Only hook you'll get is a right one. We better double team him or he'll cream us like he did Ralphie. With that hook, you could be a threat if you hold on to it. That's out, too. That's two out. But I'm still at bats and gonna make a hit like this. You're out. The side's retired. Only Batman, that's enough. We'll take over from here. What held you up, Commissioner? You must have seen what was going on out here. Sure, but I get a kick out of watching you in action. Shortly, with the ice nappers safely locked away, it must be at least 50 degrees, but that ice block hasn't melted a single drop. Precisely why I'm taking it to my lab, Commissioner. Might be a booby trap. Couldn't even give Gordon a hint that I know who's behind this. I like that Batmobile. That's different. Captain Stingery. I've been digging into his background, and I figured he'd try to get the third of the Batman triplets by putting the freeze on Robin. Amazing. The more heat I apply to the ice, the colder it and everything around it gets. Ice forming on my body. Then this must be Stingray's trap. Okay, Jerome, you can come in now. And as the door opens, time to switch places. Right, it's your turn to be the Batman. and see that the stage for the trapping of the Captain Stingeray. Confused by all this? Well, we'll owe you some explanations. This is really Jerome Courtney, one of a set of triplets, all of whom have recently masqueraded as the Batman. In his first battle with Captain Stingeray, the real Batman secretly used nose filters to protect himself from seeming blunder, opening a canister of ether, which felled his opponent and supposedly then Caped Crusader fighter himself. Unharmed, however, the Batman used Stingeray's unconscious time to locate Michael Courtney and persuade him to switch places. 24 hours later, the Batman again succeeded in KOing his foe and made another timely substitution, this time Robert Courtney. But why is the Dark Knight going to such extraordinary lengths? That'll have to wait, because the villain of the piece has arrived. Ha! I see Batman number 3 fell for my trap. By trying to melt my special ice, he supercooled it and froze himself, and the bug in the ice block led me right to his secret lab. Shortly, when the Ice Batman is joined with his compatriots in Stingray's den, the time for unmasking of Batman, you're back with your brothers, Jerome Courtney, and now that I've captured you, 3 Batman, it's a time for the grand finale, the beheading of lubbers. Hold it, Stingeray, you're making a terrible mistake. You were right when you deduced there were 3 Batmen, but your problem was you captured the wrong trio. No, I couldn't be. Wrong. You've just got to be the Courtney brothers. Well, if we're the Courtneys, who are these other 3? Gasp. 2 of the Batman disappeared. Then again, maybe there's only 1 Batman, the real Batman. I don't care how many of you there are. I'll slice you all into fish bait. How about it, Stingeray? Aren't you going to holler for your pirate crew to gang up on me? Don't hand me that bilge, Batman. I don't need anybody's help to do anything. Oof! Including splintering your mast. All I can say, Stingeray, is that you're lucky there aren't 3 of me here now. You've got enough trouble with 1. Funny, I could have taken him in days ago, but I figured he must have others working with him. I wanted them. Yet he was playing alone, hand after all. Batman, is it safe to come in now? We didn't want to get hit with any low-flying crooks. The acrobatics are over, Robin, but where's our secret helper? The Flash? Right here, pal, under some super speed vibrations to thaw out Jerry Courtney, just as I did with Robin back in your phony lab. Stingeray got the know-how to make them ice from a former cellmate, my old foe, Captain Cold. So that's how we saw 3 Batman. Right, I moved the one and only Bats around at super speed so he appeared to be in all 3 places at once. And speaking of being in more than one place, I'm late for dinner as usual. And my wife will be as mad as a hornet as usual. Shortly, the Stingeray ran his operation from the hold of his restaurant, a cover he figured no one would ever uncover. Epilogue. Later that day, after Stingeray is booked for enough crimes to keep him in prison of a lifetime, so Robin knew to expect a trap of some kind. After Stingeray used your commissioner and Bruce Wayne to trap us, I figured my teenage partner would be his 3rd target. But how did you stumble onto the scheme in the first place? Stinger made a few slips, the first one when he thought I was unconscious. The Courtney triplets may fool others, but no, not Captain Stingeray. While he was unconscious, I arranged with the triplets to play along. We're private investigators, not actors. I hope we can pull this off. Just keep your mouth shut and you'll do fine. Okay, I'll buy Stingeray's idea that there are 3 Batmen, but why us? And what was his big plan? He plotted to kill the Batmen and take their place, using the name and prestige to make big money, both legally and illegally. Considering his knowledge and abilities, he might have pulled it off. Stingeray knew all about the 3-year work, your talents, your highly successful private detective firm. It was a natural choice for the identities of the Batman. But there's one more reason for his vendetta. A reason you've been hoping I would not find out. And the reason Stingray knew so much about you three. You're not really triplets. You're quadruplets. And he's the black sheep of the Courtney family. Your brother, Carl. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. And here's a bonus reading. Clue of the Talking Orchid, the Elongated Man. The opening of the New York Film Festival attracts celebrities, starry-eyed fans, and for a special event, Ralph Dibny, world famous as the Elongated Man, and to Sue Dibny, his renowned wife. Listen to the crowd's cheers, Sue. They know a real celebrity when they see one, and if they didn't, I'm sure you would tell them. Just a mo, sir. Can't have your missus going in without a corsage from the orchid. Annie. Thank you, honey. It's a beautiful orchid. Nothing but the best for my wife. Hey, what? The orchid is talking? The kidnap caper's all set. Our victim's sitting pretty. Shh. Keep your voice down, Ralph. The movie's starting. If your twitching nose has the sniffed out mystery, please solve it quickly. Planting enthusiasts tell you to talk to your flowers, but they never say anything about the flowers answering back. So when one does and gives a tip-off on a crime about to be committed, you can be sure it's a job for the Elongated Man. Elongating out of his street. Whoop. Oh no, what happened? There you go. I'll get this right. I'll get it right. Okay. How's that? Elongating out of his street clothes, the stretchable sleuth stashes this talking flower inside his belt and heads out of the theater. Don't know who the victim is, so I gotta follow my only lead, Orchid Annie, round the corner. Wonder why she's going into that dark alley. A question that is startlingly answered when, holy smokes, Orchid Annie was really an Orchid Andy. Excuse me, madam, just what are you trying to pull off? The Elongated Man. Keep back, you rubber band. I'm trained in martial arts. A regular Richard Dragon, eh? Complete with sound effects, no less, eh? Yeah. Chopping away my rubbery body won't do any good, pal. But what say we improve a flip? Yikes. Let's see you stomach this, you clown. Phew, you talk as bad as you fight. When you hit the Elongated Man, he's bound to bounce back. Oh, okay, time to surrender. I kept you busy long enough. Long enough? What are you talking about? I suckered you into following me to the Orchid Annie, then kept fighting me so my buddy could kidnap your wife. Sue kidnapped? I don't believe. You better believe it, Stretchy. After you left the theater, my buddy imitated your voice and sent her a message through the talking orchid. Sue, this is Ralph. I need your help. So get in front of the cab waiting in the front of the theater, and the driver will bring you to me. You crumb, what have you done with my wife? Nothing, and that's the last question I'll answer. She'll stay safe as long as you deliver a package for me. To G. Stephen Kravitz, the millionaire recluse who lives in the top of the Endicott building. No wonder Andy needed me for this job. It takes a mountain climber to get up there unannounced or past the security guards. My periscope eyes reveal 2 guards. I'll have to lure them away from the door. A diversion in the form of a shaking bush on the other side of the roof should attract their attention. What the heck's that? Better check it out. While the guards are away, EM makes his play. Okay, one special delivery coming up. Wait a minute, the corsage in my belt. I've been conned. Leaving the fortress penthouse as sneakily as entered the ductile detectives, the speeds between Orchid Andy. Soon as I get my proof, you made the delivery, I'll deliver your wife back. Don't bother, you phony. You never had her. Besides, I decided not to deliver your package. So here, take it back. No, you idiot. It's a bomb. It'll go off. No, it won't. I defused it, figuring you wouldn't want to get blown up. I was so wrought up about what you'd done to my wife, I didn't realize you were setting me up as a murderer. But how'd you catch on? I really didn't kidnap her. Why should I tell you? If you ever try that kidnap stunt again, you'll make the same mistake. Now, why'd you want to bomb Kravitz's penthouse? He's all your officers. Charge him with attempted murder, attempted kidnapping, extortion, and impersonating a woman. Stretchy, you won't tell me nothing. I ain't telling you nothing. And when the pliable policeman returns to the film festival, and the dummy never dreamed I'd take the talking orchid with me, so he couldn't have used it to lure you into a trap. But honey, his plan wouldn't have worked anyway. Under no circumstance would I ever have left the theater unless you came back and got me. I wonder. And that is the end of that. That was Batman's Detective Comics number 462 from 1976. I hope it was a good one for you. Don't forget, this book and others is available on my eBay page, papas-comic-books. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't like, give me a thumbs up, whatever you want to do, okay? And as I always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out.